I would say the correct course of action is to just immediately pop in Twilight Princess right this very second. But that's quite obviously not the correct course of action. Yeah. Not tonight. I'll consider it though. We all know what happens when I play Twilight Princess. Yeah, I play until Hyrule Castle. Just quit. Don't know why. One of these days I should replay Skyward Sword. I feel like despite everything, I've like only beat that game like less than 10 times. I'm pretty sure I've only 100% of the game once. I don't like remember like any of it. We didn't really do full game races though. It was always like harp. I did like one full game race that I remember. Might have done two. I think there were two. But like I played the game a lot, but I didn't like play it through a lot. And at the end of the day, I feel like I've played a lot of other Zelda games a lot more. Lent it to someone and never got it back. Well, it's on the Switch now apparently, although I probably would just play the original. Because apparently the Switch controls are less than ideal. But I feel like HD remake of Wind Waker was fine. I mean, I would prefer to play on a GameCube controller, but I couldn't really do quick spins. But, I mean, not the end of the world. And then I guess there's Breath of the Wild. I still haven't finished my, I guess, second playthrough of Breath of the Wild. I've only killed Ganon once, ever, in Breath of the Wild. Maybe I did the fight twice when I first played the game? I don't think so, though. Link is still on the quest to find like the million Koroks or whatever. I don't think I finished the Master Sword trial either. I remember getting the motorcycle, but I don't think I finished the Master Sword trial. Found a way to kill Ganon with the Master Sword. Is that not what you normally use? I literally don't remember the fight, apparently. I see. You know what was a Zelda game I haven't replayed, like, at all? Hecking... Link Between Worlds? Unfortunately, I can't really stream that. I remember enjoying that game. I think I, like, beat it, like, 3 or 4 times when it came out, and then I just haven't played it since. I did low percent hero mode, and then I stopped. I haven't played the game since. Just remember the hacking fire chickens during the final fight being ridiculously hard to dodge. and they were definitely one-hit KOs. But how about Triforce here? Yeah, I mean, I would love to play that game again. That game's a blast. Unfortunately, that, I feel like, requires people. And I actually... Does the online even work anymore? Can you even? It's kind of depressing. They need to, like, release the collector's edition or whatever that everyone's asking for. The Four Swords Adventures, and Triforce Heroes all on the Switch. It'll be awesome, I promise. Dude, they announced something like that, I would buy it instantly. No questions asked. If that was like, you know, one of those Nintendo Direct things that was like, by the way, this is out today, I'd be like, alright, plans canceled, I don't even care what I was supposed to be doing today, we're playing this right now. Dude, Four Swords Adventures is such a good game. Well, I guess we'll see what the future holds. We kind of got, like... I don't know, I feel like they tend to alternate, like... main game, and then either, like, spin-off-ish game or re-release, and we got Skyward Sword HD between Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild 2. Is that literally the only Zelda thing that's, like, released? Or was Link's Awakening after Breath of the Wild? I can't even remember. It must have been. Oh, it definitely was. Never mind, I'm stupid. It's on the Switch, of course it was after Breath of the Wild. So yeah, that's like the... side game that's come out. You want to call it that? I also only played that game once, but... played the original Link's Awakening a bunch. They put out Ages and Seasons on the 3DS, but that's kind of like a dead console now. Again, I can't stream. I need to, like, figure out... I need to, like, get my camera setup or something again. Like, every single piece of the camera setup is, aside from the DS itself, is like no longer with me. Like, I have a different phone. The box is like falling apart, so I'm not sure that that really works anymore. The capture device that I was using to capture audio is it doesn't seem to work with this computer, so I think I would need something else. I mean, that's the main thing, is that the audio capture. I feel like if I can get audio capture, I can figure out the rest. But despite all that, there's still, like, a lot of things that I can't really stream. Like, for example, Link Between Worlds, I feel like I can't really stream that game because anything that's like heavy use of the L and R buttons is like is no good, I feel like. If I have to like hold the DS up and I can't just like set it down on the table, it becomes really hard to play with this setup. That's what I noticed. Also, anything that requires like simultaneous use of the touchscreen and like buttons with any kind of speed is problematic because the screen is like encased on two sides. The only side that's open is like the bottom, so I have to like reach around. So, Triforce Heroes is like possible but painful. Something like Kid Icarus Uprising is just straight up impossible. I wanted to replay that game for... I don't know, every time I think about it I'm like, God, that's such a good game, I wish I could play it again and be able to stream it. But instead, if I played it again, I would just be lying in bed. And it would probably take me days. But, I mean... the real thing that I would stream if I got my 2DS stream set up back is Etrian Odyssey, obviously. That's been... when was the last time I played Etrian Odyssey? It's kind of depressing to think about. Emulation not allowed? I don't think I would want to play Kid Icarus Uprising with a mouse. Like, despite whether or not I would want to emulate it to begin with, I just don't think that that would be a good experience. That's like a game you actually really seriously need the touchscreen to play. But yeah, I mean, these days I don't really emulate things. When did Nexus come out? Yeah, it's been a while. That was the last time I played Etrian Odyssey. But for sure the next Etrian Odyssey game that I would play would be 5. I would stream 5, because I haven't. I've streamed 1 twice. I've streamed 2, but I didn't actually finish it, but... well, I think it's probably still my least favorite Etrian Odyssey. I've streamed 3, I've streamed 4, I've streamed Untold, I've streamed Untold 2, but I've never streamed 5 and I've never streamed Nexus. But I've also only played 5 and Nexus once. I think I've done 4 twice, actually, maybe? What about Etrian Mystery Dungeon? No, I have not streamed that. I don't know what I would do if I streamed that game. Like, I don't know what I would go for. Because I never really 100% that game, I don't think, because it's kind of ridiculous to do so. I put like 200 hours into that game or something like that, which is more actually than any other Mystery Dungeon. Well, I was gonna say any other Etrian Odyssey game. It might be true about Mystery Dungeon as well. I'm not sure. I don't remember how many hours. Like, definitely total, I've put way more than 200 hours into like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Either Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, like 1 or 2. Probably not super. But a single playthrough, I'm not sure if I've put 200 hours into a single playthrough of any of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. But I feel like Etrian Mystery Dungeon, like... there was some point at which I wasn't, like... getting, like, new stuff or whatever in the game. I was just, like, doing the level 0 dungeons over and over again. Like, at odd times. Like, I'd have, like, a break between class and I'd just run a dungeon or something. But, I don't know. That game had issues. I feel like as a Mystery Dungeon game, it wasn't very good. Because the dungeon generation was fairly uninteresting, and, like, the combat balance was pretty bad, to be honest. And as an Etrian Odyssey game, is like doesn't even come close. So yeah, there was an infinite stat bug, but that like doesn't even. I don't think that affects the level 0 dungeons. Maybe it does. I don't know. I never really had to do it, so, like... I'm not sure. Supposedly Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2 was better, but it was never released in North America. It was never localized. So, haven't played that one. And I'm not, like, distraught about it. Like, if, you know, if Nexus never came to North America or whatever, I would be, like, I would be sad every day of my life, but Etrian Mystery Dungeon 2, I'm not, like, dying inside. It'd be nice to play, I guess, but... At this point, I feel like the only way that would be... I mean, it's hard. It'd be hard. Yeah. Etrian Odyssey 5 was good. Etrian Odyssey Nexus was amazing. There's a lot of good 3DS games. I don't know. I feel like it's such a shame that it's so hard to stream. I never finished Stella Glow. It's like sitting here in a very crushed box. Stella Glow was good. I enjoyed that game a lot. I don't know why I'm rummaging through my games now, but Pokemon... I mean, the Pokemon games in 3DS were super popular, that's for sure. They're like the best-selling games on the console, I think. Pretty sure. The eShop was to be believed when I rummaged through it the other day. I never finished Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Pretty sure I'm still in the Safari Zone. With like a level 60 Curlia. That has all of the master ribbons from the contest. I have no idea what was going through my mind. Yeah, there's Super Mystery Dungeon. I feel like I would replay Super Mystery Dungeon before replaying Etrian Mystery Dungeon. But... oh yeah, Bravely Default. Bravely Second is a game I never played. And I also never played Bravely... wait. I never played either of the Bravely Second, Bravely Default 2, whatever, I can't keep the names straight. I don't know what they were doing. New Bravely Default. Bravely Defaulter. But I remember the first game was like super long, and I spent way more time playing it than I should have, probably, to be honest, because I was like, I don't know, trying to fill out like arbitrary logs for no good reason. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna make every single one of the potion combinations because it's in the logbook and I'm stupid. Yeah, here's Triforce Heroes. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Dream Team was fine, I think. I just remember a lot of it being like kind of like upsettingly easy and very like heavily handholdy, which isn't something I normally bother complaining about. Like every single time you went into a dream sequence and had like a new dream power or whatever, they would give you this super long tutorial every single time, and you're like, oh my god, I'm 50 hours into the game, I don't need a tutorial, I'll figure it out. And then you like do the thing and the stage is like really easy. But I don't actually really remember like the plot of that game. I don't really remember like anything specific about the combat or anything either. I feel like it was fun to play through, but I just don't... it didn't leave an impression on me, really. Or the music was good, probably. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Hasn't that been released on something else at this point? This is the one with all the coins. Everything is gold. Everything is gold. The box is gold, the coins are gold, the Mario is gold. Dark Moon. Dark Moon was fine. I think I liked the newer one better, though. Paper Mario Sticker Star. Honestly, I would replay this game. I didn't hate this game nearly as much as everyone else did. Like, I get that people were upset that it wasn't, you know, a Paper Mario game, but I did do reverse boss order and Sticker Star. I have done that. That was fun, actually. Wait, is that actually every 3DS game I own? The heck? That can't be right. There's no way. How do I have like 5 times as many DS games as I do 3DS games? I skipped over Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. Because, yeah, I just played those games, and honestly, the 3D remakes were... They were nothing special. They were just the games, honestly. There were, like, minor changes, but... oh no, there's Kid Icarus. It's like hiding in the corner. Why? Oh yeah, and Etrian Odyssey is down here as well. I knew there were more. Oh, here we go. Super Mario 3 Land. Oh yeah, Professor Layton. The Miracle Mask, Professor Layton in the Azeron Legacy. Layton's Mystery Journey. Catriel and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. I haven't played a Professor Layton game in a while. I don't know why I'm going through these, because, again, none of this I can actually stream. So this is just, like, a depressing list of things I can't play. Yeah, Etrian Mystery Dungeon, Etrian Odyssey 4, Etrian Odyssey Untold, Etrian Odyssey Untold 2. I see why I put these where I did underneath everything, is because they're in these, like, fancy boxes, and I wanted to keep them from getting crumpled like the Stella Glow box did. Rip the Stella Glow box. The stream bad ending. This has to happen. This hasn't happened in so long. It has to happen at least once and ever. The heck? Pokemon Soul Silver. Tetris DS! Woo! Oh, here it is. It's Polarium. It's hecking Polarium. With Tetris DS and Brain Age. These are all, like, stacked up together. With Lost in Blue. Okay, I'm not going through my DS games. That would be extra depressing. I guess well, yeah, maybe. Let's just go through extra depressing. I have streamed some DS games, and I did emulate those back in the day, but... Like, I streamed Lost in Blue. Tetris is Tetris. If I wanted to play Tetris, I'd probably just play Tetris 99 or something. Wait, I have Wild World? Did I play this? What? This is Animal Crossing 2, right? Oh my god, Super Mario 64 DS! Depression. I would play that game again. Monster Tale? I did stream that. Trace Memory? That's an old one. Well, there's Partners in Time. There's Bowser's Inside Story. I'm pretty sure I've only played that game once, too. WarioWare Touch? That's an amazing game. Wait, isn't that on the Wii U? Hold on. Maybe I should try and, get that. I really liked that game. I think Tilt and Wario Twisted was my favorite WarioWare game, but... And I kind of stopped playing them with the Wii. Alright, let's see, we've got Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Diamond, oh, you're gonna like this, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Pearl. Why do I have Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum? I don't know. Here's Explorers of Time. White version, White 2, Pokemon Ranger 2, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue. What's under this? The mystery last game. Pokemon Troze! And Pokemon Ranger. There's one more under here. Ah, Explorers of Sky. Yeah, so this was the Pokemon stack. The Pokemon snack. In not exactly correct order, but good enough. I don't know why I have Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I actually don't know how that happened. Like, that's not a generation I finished the decks in, so that wasn't the motivation. Like, honestly, me finishing the Pokédex in Pokemon games isn't something that I've done too much. Like, even though it seems like I do it every time I play a Pokemon game these days. No. I finished the Dex in Generation 1 with copious help from Silver version's cloning glitch, and a little bit of Mew trainer fly glitching. Long time ago. I finished the Ho Index because I did have both Ruby Sapphire. And, yeah, that's it. I guess I finished the Gen 4 Dex in, Shining Pearl, and I've finished the Gen 9 Dex in Scarlet, Violet. Violet's the one I got. But actually, I didn't really finish the Gen 3 Dex, because I don't think I ever got Deoxys. Got Jirachi, but I don't think I ever got Deoxys. I still have that disc somewhere, the Jirachi gift disc for Pokemon Coliseum. But yeah, I mean, Shining Pearl, not that one, the other one, Diamond. Shining Diamond, yes. I technically didn't really finish the Dex in that one either, because I didn't get all the mythicals or whatever. I missed Shaman, I think. And again, no Deoxys. I don't think I've ever had a Deoxys. Ever. Mystery Dungeon doesn't count. So honestly, Gen 1 and Gen 9 are the most, like, complete Dexes I've ever had. And I'm sure Gen 9 will be a problem when they release some DLC and I just don't care. Again. I just, like, miss out on whatever new mythicals they have in store. I still haven't played the Arceus DLC. I mean, I finished the Dex in Arceus as well, but the game is a bit different. No, I don't know did they add new Pokemon in the DLC? They probably did, so now I don't have a finished Dex anymore. Sad days. Not sure why I'm talking about Pokemon. Oh yeah, because there was a stack of Pokemon. Oh, and so there's those, and then there's also I have a few games downloaded on my 2DS. Metroid, Samus Returns, I have on the console, and Moon. I think I got Moon, not Sun. I don't remember actually. Pokemon, which I don't know, what, last year or so. Right before I played Pokemon Sword, I just like took a week or two or whatever and played that game on my own off stream. I actually really liked that one. Was that Gen 7? It was like a rare Pokemon game where I was like more invested in the characters than I was the Pokemon or whatever. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, usually it's like, all about building your team and like gathering the gang and, you know, training them up and everything, but like, that's like your emotional focus, if you will. But like, I don't know, in Moon I was like, dang dude, I'm like the hecking champion, heck yeah. This cute blonde girl that's following me around everywhere, she's cool. I like her. Yeah. Team Rainbow Rocket was honestly kind of awesome. Really liked that, like, post-game quest. But, like, the professor was fun. I mean, Gen 9 had some good characters, too. It's probably the most character-driven story so far. I really like the director. Clive. But we've long gotten off the topic of Zelda, it seems. I mean, yeah, I could do Twilight Princess, I could do Skyward Sword. I did OT and MM, like, this year on the Switch, because I got the Nintendo Online thing. So that would be, like, the set if I did that. I don't have much time left in the year, not that that matters, but... I feel like I played Zelda 1 recently. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think I did LTTP as well, kind of around that same time. Yeah, I did. And I know I did Zelda 2 not too long ago as well. I probably used save states. Cause screw that game, but... No, whenever I figured out how to get the Japanese... Please hold. Oh, yeah, this is on my Switch now, isn't it? This is actually the reason that I'm most hesitant to start anything too long right now, because I think this comes out in like 2 days. Yeah, this bad boy. Figured out how to get all the, like, Japanese virtual consoles or whatever. Whenever I got this, like, downloaded, I just played through Zelda 1 in Japanese, not that it matters very much. Hello? Yeah. Isn't this very wrong? What am I looking? Why is it so wrong? I do think that's supposed to be a coup and not a... Let's take a look. Why does this take so long? Oh my god. No, it's just wrong. Maybe I did it on purpose. I don't know. It's so bad. There's no way. Where, where, where? Here we go. Yeah, the... Anyway. So I have that now, and I also have Super Nintendo and N64. Oh yeah, which one's which? Can you guys tell? Which one's the Japanese? This one's the Japanese. Yeah. It's the one that's in all caps. For whatever reason. Oh, yeah, we've got 1 and 2 now. Heck yeah. Mario Story. Stadium soon. Yeah, Stadium's what? Early next year? Mario Party 3 is early next year. I would totally attempt to play through this game in Japanese if I was like a little more proficient, but I'm not, so. Yeah, Stadium 1 and Stadium 2 are coming to the Virtual Console. And Mario Party 3 as well. I think those are the one. And what, some. Wave Racer's already here. I think. I think there's one other, like, sports game or something like that. Yoshi's Story. Action. Wait, what does that say underneath that? Single player, maybe? I can't read it. It's like under the. I mean, I was playing Pokemon Stadium in Japan or Pokemon Snap in Japanese like a couple weeks ago, and that was going very, very slowly. But yeah. So yeah, this guy, this is the one. This is probably the next game. I don't know if this is coming out on Tuesday or sorry, Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe I just won't do anything tomorrow, and then I'll play this when it comes out. Looks cute. You play as a little gator. I don't know too much about it. It's like some 3D exploration, possibly collectathon, possibly like I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is, but they announced a way to port the Pokemon to the Stadium ports. I think they announced that you will not be able to do that. So basically, it kind of sucks. But minigames. Yeah, this is Platonic. Published. I don't think it's made by them. They like publish a bunch of stuff these days. I don't know the last. I think uh the ukulele like side-scrolling platform might be the last one they made themselves. I don't really remember this guy. I haven't been paying too attention. I might be like talking crap right now, but I believe this is like made by some other indie studio and it's published by Platonic. But I mean, seal of approval and all that, I guess. I open this up. Is it gonna kick me out? Okay. I mean, we knew that. Alright, hold on. Google Pokemon Stadium Switch. When is Pokemon Stadium coming to the Switch? Pokemon Stadium for Switch is already worse than I don't know. Switch for online versions of Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 won't support. Oh my god. I can't read your site. I can't. It's impossible. Yeah, I don't know. Pocket Monsters Stadium. I like some of these related searches. Is Pokemon Coliseum coming to Switch? Don't we all wish? Why did they stop making Pokemon Stadium? Didn't they actually make, like, what was it, Pokemon Battle Revolution? Which is basically a Pokemon Stadium for Gen 4? I mean, I don't really know what qualifies a game as a Pokemon Stadium game other than the title. I don't know what the important bits are in people's minds. Is it like is it the mini games? Is it the Pokemon Stadium? Is it the ability to play your game on the big screen? Is it the 3D? Because all the games are 3D now. Is Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon a Pokemon Stadium? I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of the things that like Pokemon Stadium offered that the games themselves didn't are like just in the games now. Like, Battle Towers or Battle Frontiers or whatever kind of fill the entire battle aspect that Pokemon Stadium had. I mean, 3D is just the standard these days. We get console games instead of handheld games. Well, it's kind of both because the Switch is kind of both. The only thing that's missing is the minigames. So honestly, it's the minigames. I've solved it. Pokemon Stadium isn't Pokemon Stadium without the minigames. Battle Revolution didn't have minigames. I've solved the mystery. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Hello? Oh, God dang it. Go away. The announcer. Is the announcer the same announcer as like this Smash announcer? Wait, why does this not have Smash Bros? That's what I want to know. And there goes the battle. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I never really did the fighting in Pokemon Stadium. Mostly because I didn't care, but probably also mostly because the rental Pokemon suck and I also didn't have good Pokemon in my actual game because I didn't know a dang thing about. Actually, to be honest, I still don't know a dang thing about like competitive play in generations 1 and 2. I don't even know how Pokemon like are built in those games. Aren't they like messed up? Isn't it just bad? Something something there's only one special stat in Gen 1. Those games even have EVs. You can max all EVs. They do have EVs. Do they have IVs? Is breeding in Gen 2 like an actual thing that like is usable? Those games are also like really problematic because it's like kind of really hard to get your hand on TMs. Like if you can't buy them, there's like one in the game and you have to play the whole game over to get another one. I never did play Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu. I remember like I don't know, I really like Gen 3. I feel like Gen 3 is probably my favorite Pokemon generation. Probably in no small part just due to the like how long Gen 3 was. Like Gen 3 has so many games. Like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, both of the Coliseum games. The first Mystery Dungeon. It's like and it also like introduced so much more to the game that's like become like really important these days. Like abilities were introduced in Gen 3. Weather was introduced in Gen 3, maybe. I don't even remember anymore. Was that Gen? Maybe that was Gen 2. But like it was way more important Gen 3. Like hell items were also Gen 2, but they were like kind of less important, I think, again. I don't know. Gen 3 added like all the like breeding stuff, I think. Like the bans for EV training and crap. I don't really remember now that I'm thinking about it. I guess Gen 2 did have quite a bit of decent additions to the game as well. It's very quiet on the Switch home screen as opposed to the Wind Waker home screen. But yeah, speaking of not being able to capture the audio on my 2DS. Same problem. I actually can't capture my Wii or my GameCube or my N64 anymore. Because that capture card that I used to do that, it's like, doesn't work with this computer. So I don't know if I can just like buy another one and that'll like just fix the problem. Or if like it's just a software issue. But I don't know. Fortunately, I can play Wii games on the Wii U. And most of my N64 games are, like, playable on the Switch these days. But there's definitely quite a few good GameCube games that, you know, I don't have any way to stream right now. Can't replay TTYD for like the 7th time. Can't play Kirby Air Ride for like the 20th time. And that was the full list. No. I mean, those are the games that I seem to replay incessantly, but... the every 4-year, 24-hour Kirby era. Didn't I, like, get through it, like, way too fast the last time I played it? It was, like, kind of disgusting. Like, I got all 360 blocks in, like... no time at all. It was blessed by the meteors. My GameCube to play Star Fox Adventures. I would need a GameCube to do that, but I would also need the game. Switch games are depressing. Like a physical Switch games. It's like kind of annoying that I thought that it was a good idea to buy physical games when I got the console. Bought like a couple games and then I like have to put them in the console when I want to play them. In Super Mario Odyssey I have physical. Mystery Dungeon I have physical. Link's Awakening I have physical, Ukulele I have physical, and Octopath I have physical. Octopath Traveler 2 is kind of hype. What else have we got in here? I don't know why I'm going through the GameCube box now. I guess that's just what kind of a day it is. Oh, the other thing that I can't stream without a GameCube, probably more importantly than any GameCube games, is the hecking Game Boy Player. Because that's how I can, you know, legally stream all of my Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. Unfortunately, there is no Nintendo DS player. Oh, you know, this is actually a game that I've been seriously considering replaying. Like, very seriously. This is Trauma Team. This is a Wii game, so I can play it on the Wii U. I'll leave this out. It's like on my short list of, like, if I feel motivated, I'll play it. see what we've got here. Mario Party 4, Mario Party 5, Four Swords Adventures we talked about. Dokapon Kingdom! What a game. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party. Save me. I don't think we have a map for that anymore. Pretty sure we just got rid of it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk Underground. I played these. I bought these and played them not too long ago. Tony Hawk's 4 is a good game. Oh, here it goes. Fragile Dreams. This is another one on my short list of if I felt motivated, I would play it. That one out too. This is like, man, you really need to be in a mood to play this game. That's the problem. This is like the unknown game of the century or whatever. And like, the game itself is okay in terms of like, I don't know, the plot or whatever. The gameplay is nothing special, but it's not bad. But there's like, I probably mention this every time I talk about the game, but there's like this thing where you get these stories just by like collecting objects around the game, and they have like memories of the people that, I don't know, own the objects or something like that. Doesn't exactly matter, but a lot of the stories like are somehow related to the overall plot of the game in some way, shape, or form, but there's a few other stories that are just like completely separate. And one of them is like a multi-part story, and you like collect the different pieces of it, but you can kind of read them in any order except for the last part. And that like short story is like, forget like video games or whatever, it's like one of the best short stories I've ever read. It's so good. And like part of it being like broken up into sections or whatever is like what adds to it. It's like really interesting. And I know I like have hyped it up before, and I'm sure like if I reread it, it won't live up to that hype, but it's good. Whatever. I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say more than that. Game Lost Odyssey. I'm not sure I know it. Yeah, Fragile Dreams. Trauma Team has a good story. Has a good plot. And the game's fun to play. So, it's like basically just a good game. I don't know what to say. But it's weird because like most of the Trauma, well, I don't know, most of the Trauma Center game plots are pretty anime, I guess you could say. But Trauma Team is like, I don't know, it's like a decent mystery game, I guess. There's like, you know, the medical stuff that you do, but the overall plot is like pretty good. And I also do enjoy the surgeries, or whatever. There's Air Ride. Got Mario Kart Wii Super Smash Brothers Brawl. You know, I don't think I've ever plugged this into my Wii U, so if I put this in my Wii U, it would be a completely empty, fresh file. Which in some ways is kind of cool, and in a lot of other ways is super depressing. I came so close to finishing the Sakurai grid in this game without using any of the lucky hammers or whatever. Only block I was missing was the one for having all the stickers, and I was missing like 7. No amount of sticker factory could save me, it seemed. I just wasn't getting them. What is this song? Stolen Grand Star. Okay. That was a weird piece of the... Oh, now we're talking. Wario Land Shake It. Yo, this game is good. This game is hard. I haven't played, like, any of the more recent Wario Land Wario Land games. I never played, what was it? Wario... Master of Disguise? Is that what it was called? Master of Disguise is bad. Okay, well... Oh! That reminds me! It was hecking Pizza Tower! That's what comes out in January! God! I knew there was something! I knew there was something! I'll probably play that. I don't know too much about it. I saw the trailer, and that's it. And then I saw, like, everyone in the comments was like, oh my god, I can't believe this game is finally coming out. This game is so amazing. I've played this game for years in beta. It's finally happening. It's finally real. Pizza Tower. I want to become the Pizza Tower. I was like, alright, this is pretty hype. Let's go. Yeah, Wario Land Shake is a good game. Kirby Epic Yarn. You know, I enjoyed Epic Yarn. I played it once. I probably will never replay it. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. What a legendary game. What sleeps behind the door, you may ask? Oh, play the game to find out. Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. Bonus disc has Pokemon Coliseum preview, new movie sneak peek, and add Jirachi to your Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire collection. New movie sneak peek, Jirachi Wishmaker. Wow, there's a typo on this. Jirachi is the secret superstar of the 6th Pokemon movie, Jirachi Wishmaker. Cool. Super Mario Bros. Wii, the actual Pokemon Coliseum, and Pokemon XD. Let's see, we've got Metroid Prime down here. Metroid Prime 3. Metroid Prime 2 is in the other stack, I think, for some reason. Pikmin. Pikmin 1. Pikmin 2. Pikmin 3. Yeah, that's surprisingly well organized. Aw, oh, crap. You didn't hear that. I actually don't know if you heard that or not, but let's just pretend you didn't hear that. Alright, let's see. We got Other M, Prime Echoes, Wario World. Wario World's okay. Sunshine. The Sunshine box. I believe if I open this, it'll have all my memory cards in it. Yes. That's the important thing in this Sunshine box, is all of my memory cards. It's just where I keep them. Don't know why. They're all in one place. There's Galaxy, Galaxy 2. Oh! Well, I guess I'll leave this out. Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, HD. Rayman Legends. Wait, what is... What? This is actually sealed. It still has the plastic wrap on it. Not Rayman, the game I'm holding now. I mean, I'm not surprised. Apparently I own Nintendo Land. Super Smash Brothers Melee! Gotta say it like that. Alright, WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games. It's the original WarioWare except on the GameCube, and you can play it with your friends. I mean, this is fun. And here's Smooth Moves, which I think I've probably played for about an hour, ever. Like, just played straight through the game and then never picked it up again. Don't think it was... I don't think I liked it very much for whatever reason. Animal Crossing? Now, hold on. Yes. The Animal Crossing memory card is still in the Animal Crossing box. Fair enough. Got Okami for the Wii. Luigi's Mansion. Skyward Sword. Wind Waker. Twilight Princess. Rayman Origins. And... Wait. I have Donkey Kong Country Returns? I don't think I finished that game. I don't think I ever beat it. I think I got, like, bogged down by the time trials, and the game became horrible for me because I couldn't do them. Because they were, like, actually super strict time limits. That's what I remember. Like, I could have just not done them, but I was, like, invested enough in as much as I had done that it, like, just became... Like, I felt like I had to do them or whatever. And then I just couldn't, so I gave up. Wait, how were these packed in here before? This doesn't seem like it's gonna work. Wait, and there were 4 more games, too. What? What? Whatever. Got a bit of... squeezing can't fix. Okay. You finally bought an Okami. It's a good game. Wait, speaking of Okami, what happened to Okami Den? I don't think I came across that when I was looking through my games earlier. I own it. I think. Also only played that game once. Okami Den was... fine. I really didn't like the fact that, like... everything was missable. Like, everything was missable. Like, you finished, like, a part of the game and it was just gone. Forever. If you wanted, like, 100%, you had to be, like, super careful. I remember the plot being... fine? There were a few things where it was like... trying to fill in continuity gaps in the original game that weren't there. It was like, man, if you didn't play the original, this would make no sense. And even if you have played the original, this seems unnecessary. But I mean, it was fun. I'm always a fan of, like, any kind of mechanic where you're, like, kind of controlling multiple characters at once. It had a, like, pretty global mechanic that was similar to Phantom Hourglass, where in Phantom Hourglass you can, like, direct Zelda around in the tower when you're with her. Okamiden was like that for the whole game, pretty much. You had, like, a partner for, like, most of the sections where you could, like, basically direct them to a spot kind of the same way by using the touchscreen. And yeah. that was the story. Doo-doo-doo. I don't really remember the game too well, to be honest. Again, I honestly, I'd probably replay it if I could stream it. But we are kind of at the point where, like, let's suppose I've just suddenly procured, like, a, you know, 3DS or whatever with a proper capture card. Like, how many years would it take me to stream through all the games that I would want to stream? How many years would it take me to stream Etrian Odyssey? I mean, Etrian Odyssey is like an 100-hour game. Most of them are around that long, if you 100%. I don't know, I've just heard that, like, streaming any, like, DS in any way has, like, always just been finicky, and that's, like, one of the things I hate the most about trying to stream something is, like, the stream itself being problematic. Like, having internet problems and having, like, stream problems, I just hate it. I won't have to deal with it. Honestly, I have no idea how I got through, Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold. Because, yeah, like, my whole setup or whatever, that's, like, it's seriously a back killer. And I was playing that game for, like, what, 16 hours a day or something? I can't remember if it was the playthrough I streamed or my first playthrough that I had, like, actual ungodly hours on that game. I suppose it would be possible for me to procure this information. Please hold. I can't hear this, can you? I don't know if that's coming through the mic. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's my 2DS. Okay, so I need playtime, and I need to go, to some year in the past. Well, let's see. 2022, my most played game was the Nintendo eShop. That was like 2 days ago or something. 3 days ago. 2011, or 2011, 2021, Pokemon Ultra Sun. I played, it looks like, 90 hours? Holy smokes. No. That's total. I don't know what I did on... Yeah, it was like 80 hours in... July? I can't really tell. And then I think I probably replayed Metroid in August. Okay, let's see. 2022, I have like a minute in Etrian Odyssey Nexus in April. I don't know what the deal with that is. Okay, 2019, I have like 160 hours in Etrian Odyssey Nexus in February. So it was 2019. Can I zoom on this? No. I want to zoom in on this year to see what kinds of hours I was playing that game. This zoom is not great. What did I say? It was February 2019? Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna mute this because it's like awkward to hear both music at once. It was like the whole month. And you can tell where the weekends are, that's for sure. Let's see. Alright, it started on... This is the 6th. And it looks like I played past midnight, which... This is like a Wednesday? I was definitely working during this, which sucked, because I couldn't like play it as much as I wanted to. But yeah, it looks like I played from like 7 o'clock to like 2 in the morning or something like that. And then the next day as well. And then the next day as well. And then the following day, which was a Saturday, looks like I played from like 8 in the morning to like 2 in the morning the next day. And then Sunday was like the same. No, that one I was like noon to 2. Why was I staying up till 2 in the morning? Oh my god. Following Monday, this looks like, I don't know, like about till midnight. Next day was about till midnight. About till 1 in the morning. To midnight, to midnight. The next Saturday, once again, was like 10 to 3. Oh my god. AM to AM. And then again, like 10 to 3, AM to AM. This Monday after that, it looks like I played from like 10 to 3 AM, so I must have had the day off for some reason. The next day, it looks like I just slept. No, there's some playing in here. Yeah, another like 10 to 1. Another like 10 to 1, 10 to 1. Another Saturday, this was like 10 to 2. 10 a.m. to 2. Oh my god. Okay, so just continue, that pattern kind of continues until Wednesday the 27th, where it seems like I finished the game at around 11 o'clock. But that's like, you know, whatever, like 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, like 6 hours a day during the weekdays, and like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know, 16 to 18 hours on the weekends. That's not that much, right? Okay, 2018. It seems like I played some Stella Glow in January. About 24 hours. I think that was me streaming. I think I streamed that, and it might have actually been from continuing from December, the year before. But also in the year before, it looks like I played Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold. Streamed. Let's see. Yeah, Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold I played in mostly July. Actually, it was just July. I probably should have looked at the weekly graph. That's like a lot more useful. Well, whatever. But I must not have been working at this point because, yeah, these are very different numbers. And I think this was a playthrough that I did stream. And it's like a minimum of 9 hours a day for like a week and a half straight. And some of these were like this. There's a... It looks like it's like alternating. I don't know if this is 8 or 9. It's like 8 and then 10 and then 8 and then like 15 and then 8 and then like, you know, like 10 and then like 16 and then like 10 and then like 8 and then like 15. These are just straight consecutive days. Then, I don't know, 13 and then 8. I'm sure you can find the stream archives for that. So that's ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. But that's not even the worst, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that's not the worst. It was 2017 in... This is August? No, July. Okay, 2016, it says my most played game was Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Let me break it down by month and see how that broke down. Oh, Etrian Odyssey 4 in 2016, it looks like I probably streamed that. This was not quite as ridiculous, but still kind of ridiculous. And then in January of 2016, I played Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Wow, I actually didn't... Holy smokes. Hold on. Gotta look at this one now, too. These are almost as ridiculous hours as the Etrian Odyssey 2 playthrough, actually, but I don't think I streamed this. This is like 13 hours, 15 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, 13, 12, but then it starts like petering down. It's like 10, 8, 6, 6, 6 maybe? Those are all consecutive days though. And then before that, going from December to into January was Stella Glow. This is when I first played it and I didn't stream it. Those are also kind of ridiculous hours. It's like, that's like actually 15 hours a day, just like 5 days straight. And then there's like a dip down to like 9 hours, and then another like 16-hour day, and then another 8-hour day, and then like 10, 10, 13. Another game I just like, just went. Eat, sleep, and Pokemon. Oh, and then before that was Triforce Heroes, which apparently I have a lot more playtime in than I remembered. Amazing. You bought Stella Glow and never played it. That's depressing. Yeah, these Triforce Heroes hours aren't as ridiculous, but it's still like 6 hours a day for like 2 weeks. Like, what? It was such a good game, though. I can't do this anymore. Well, actually 6 hours a day I can kind of still do, but as we saw with Nexus. Although, Nexus was bad, because I was staying up till like 2 in the morning and had to get up, you know, at like 7, so... That was like before I fixed my sleep schedule. Alright, here we go. 2015, it says Etrian Odyssey 2, so let's zoom in to the month view. Okay. No, 2015. Whew! Alright. I don't know how to describe these hours, actually. But... Wait, maybe if I go into the, like, day view? Ah, yes. This is, like, the weirdest day ever. I'm looking at 8/7/2015. It looks like I started... Okay, the day before, I played from... I'll just use military, because that's what's listed here. It's like 15 to 20? No, 16 to 20. So 5 hours. And then 4 hours later, at midnight, I start playing again until 10 in the morning. And then there's a 2-hour break. And then I play again from noon until... noon until 4. And then there's a 1-hour break, and I play again from, like, 17:30 to midnight. This day alone has 20 hours on it, and I think that those breaks were, like, eating. But the day before, even, there's like only a 2-hour gap between me playing 5 hours and that. So like this was me awake for, you know, 30 hours. That's what it looks like. And then the day before that, it looks like I only slept like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I mean, that's normal, I guess, but not when you've been playing the video game for like, what is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours prior. So like 16 hours and then an 8 hours sleep. Which, by the way, in the middle of that sleep, it looks like I played for about a minute or 2. I don't know how that happened. There's like a bar here in the middle of that sleep. So I must have like woke up and like checked my game or something. I don't know what the deal with that is, but like... 16... and then sleep for 8 hours, and then play for like 30 hours with some food breaks. And then, yes, I slept for 20 hours. And then I played again for like a million. Oh, God, this is like so disgusting graph. What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 consecutive hours after that. No breaks. Oh my god. I can't really like break this down by looking at the days like I could with the other ones because they straddle midnight like awkwardly. It's not even there is no consistent sleep time on these days. Yeah, what a mess. Good game. Love this game. Yeah, and then July 2015, which is just the month before this, I had replayed Etrian Mystery Dungeon Untold 1. Not Etrian Odyssey Untold 1. Which also has some kind of well, not nearly as ungodly, but like on par with what I was listing before, where it's like a straight, like, I don't know, 10 days or so, where the minimum I played was 8 hours. Oh, and then before that was Mystery Dungeon. Etrian Mystery Dungeon. Which, yeah, it does look like I played this for like 20 days straight. I mean, some of these days are like, I don't know, 2 hours or whatever, but some of them are like 10, 20, not 20, 10, 15. But most of them are lower. But I did play it for a long period of time. A lot of Etrian Odyssey in 2015. Looks like February I had Majora's Mask. It's gonna be hard to go by year view on this from here on because too many games in a year to really know which ones I... Okay, if we keep going by month... Where are we? 2014? 2014 December I played Alpha Sapphire. November I played Alpha Sapphire. A lot of these days have like 1 hour on them. I don't know what I was doing. You beat the Minotaur, congratulations. Bravely Default, Bravely Default, Bravely Default. Why do I have like 1 hour in Bravely Default on like 40 days over the span of like 3 months? What the heck was I doing? Oh yeah, and then if I get back far enough, there's like me playing Bravely Default for like 8 hours a day for like 2 weeks, week and a half, whatever. Link Between Worlds, Etrian Odyssey Untold 1 again. These are like surprisingly normal hours. It's like 2 hours a day for, I don't know, 10 days or something like that. What was this playthrough? This seems wrong. Yeah, weird. It was like spatterings of Kid Icarus, and then more Etrian Odyssey. What was I doing in this game that I was playing it for like an hour and a half every day? Or just random days for a while? It was weird. Huh. Professor Layton, apparently? Back in March 2014. Pokemon X, I played a lot in February and January. but not like that much. Yeah, this game took me a while to get through, apparently. And then Eastern Odyssey Untold. How many times did I play this game? Wait, and then Eastern Odyssey Untold again. What? Something's messed up here. I don't think I've played this game 5 times. Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, these look like pretty, like, large consecutive amounts of time. And then it goes back to the birth of the console. On Sunday the 20th... Well, no, the first time I actually played a game was Friday 25th... Friday the 25th of... This is October? In 2013. But... This is the 2DS, and I had the 3DS before this, which probably has other stats on it. Wait, what is the page view? Oh. Wow. This would have been much better. God dang it. Oh, yeah, I see the problem. I was getting... A lot of these bars that I thought were one game or another were, like, other games. Probably only in these earlier days that I was very confused about. I wish I could show you guys this, but again, I can't stream the 3DS, so... Instead, we've got me scrolling through activity log. ASMR or whatever. I don't think that's what you call this, because it's definitely not. Yeah. Software library. Let's see what we've got. New titles have been added to the software library. Alright. Rankings. These are interesting, right? Okay. Most played game. Shall we take a guess? I mean, I've told you the answer, kind of. This is most played game by just total hours. Oh, there's also second, third, and fourth and fifth if you want to go fancy. Okay. Eastern Odyssey Untold, 1. Playtime, 320 hours and 53 minutes. Times played, 27. Average playtime, 11 hours and 53 minutes. Actually disgusting. Except, I don't think that that's accurate. Because I don't think that is actually a real metric, which we'll see in a second. Alright, Eastern Odyssey 2 Untold is second place with a total playtime of 292 hours, 27 minutes, which I think was only 2 playthroughs, so I guess the playthroughs were actually more like 150 hours each? Yeah. Times played, 8. Average playtime, 36 hours and 33 minutes. And this is how you know that that's not broken by sleep mode. And you especially know that when you get to Third place, Etrian Odyssey Nexus. Playtime, 169 hours and 22 minutes. So this is like a 170-hour game. Jesus Christ. Times played. 1. Average playtime, 169 hours and 22 minutes. Yeah. Fourth place is Stellar Glow with 163 hours. Fifth place is Eastern Mystery Dungeon. Sixth place is Super Mystery Dungeon. Seventh place is Bravely Default. Bravely Default still is 115 hours. Eighth place is Eastern Odyssey 5, which is 112 hours. Ninth place, apparently I put Pokemon X for 97 hours. Oh yeah, here it is. 10th place, Triforce Heroes, 88 hours. I have 88 hours in Triforce Heroes. Think about that for a second. How long did it just take me to play through Wind Waker? Like, what, 30 hours? Maybe? I have almost 90 hours in Triforce Heroes. And that was like basically one playthrough. Like trying to get everything or whatever. I mean, I have no idea how many times I did every stage, but... yeah. Eastern Odyssey 4 I have at 81 hours, but I'm pretty sure that I played this on my other system, so it's not really accurate. And then after that, it kind of just peters out. If I sort by average time played... did Triforce Heroes have dailies? I don't remember. I don't think so. But... maybe. Yeah, sorting by average playtime is, I mean, useless, but Eastern Odyssey Nexus I have at 169, and Eastern Odyssey 5 I have at 112, because I've played both of those games in a single, like, power cycle or whatever. Goofy. So now, what happens if we add up the the Etrian Odysseys? 320, 292, 169, 112. And that's just this system. Oh, and then, like, what was it, 80? 81. That's just this system. That's already over a lot. This was like years ago, but I was like trying to figure out like which game, just like mentally in my head, which game I had played the most, like ever. And it's like impossible for me to know, obviously, but if you count like game series, it's probably Zelda. I mean, if you count Zelda Classic, it's definitely Zelda. But Etrian Odyssey is definitely up there. It's possible the single game I have the most hours on record on its own. Well, no, actually, for sure, the most hours that I have like tracked on a system is Ravi Ruby, because it's over 1,000. I have over 1,000 hours in that game. I don't know how the heck that happened. Check Steam. What does Steam have to say? Can't you like sort your games by like playtime or something in Steam? Does anyone know how to do that? I remember doing this at some point. Oh, yeah! There's RuneScape, isn't there? That's a good point. Uh, uh, yeah. I know I have a huge number of, like, days played in RuneScape. Like, full days. And that's, like, on my main account. Not including, like, older accounts, and not including the fresh start account that I did a couple of months ago or whatever. Don't know how much time I've had in Brawl because I don't think the Wii records playtime, does it? The Wii does. Oh. This thing doesn't have an HDMI port, does it? No. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I can't even, like, I can't even display the Wii right now. The Nintendo channel. I don't know what that is. I mean, you have me curious, but I don't think I can easily check right now, unfortunately. And if it's like an app that I don't have, then it's probably just screwed. Okay, so back to Steam. How does anyone know how to like get your catalog by? I'll just ask Google. Steam sort by playtime. Can you sort the games in your Steam library by time played? Profile recently played all games. Click on playtime. Got it. Okay. Profile. Recently played. Where? Recently played? Yeah, but no, I want all games. Sort by playtime. Okay, done. Yeah, Rabby Ribby. It's 1,300 hours. Anyone want to take a guess what's second? Or third, or fourth, or fifth? None of these things I've mentioned at all today, so good luck. OJ, Necrodancer. Those are good guesses. Witness. Another good guess. Let's get one more good guess. There's one on here that's surprising me. And then there's one on here that probably should be obvious, but... Chips Challenge. I have 0 hours in Chips Challenge. So, to be fair with Rabby Ribby, I try not to do this for, like, most things. Like, if I'm on a console, I'll put it to sleep if I'm not playing. If I'm in Steam, I'll close it. Close the game if I'm not playing for the most part. But no, Rabby, I've left Rabby running. Like, while AFK, or while doing other things. Hello? What the heck? Ex ex excuse me? Yeah, the switch is just off. That was weird. But yes, La Mulana is here, which surprises me. Okay, so Rabby Ribby, 1,300 hours. Crypt of the Necrodancer was in second place. It's not quite 700. It has 346 hours on record. And then the one that no one mentioned, which is in third place, is Celeste. I have 255 hours in Celeste. Which is kind of ridiculous when you consider I've only, like, actually really played through the game, like, maybe 5 times. Like, one playthrough was my first playthrough, and that probably took, like, 20 hours or 30 hours or something. I don't know. 40 hours, somewhere in there. And then there was my second playthrough, where I got all the golden berries, except for, you know, chapter 9. And that was probably, like, you know, 200 hours. I have no idea. That was a lot. And every time I've played the game since then, I've, like, done the whole game in a single sitting. You know, like, basically no time. And then there was also the modded levels. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Which should be counted, I think. And yeah, that took a long time as well. That was a lot. OJ is a close fourth. 221 hours. And then, yeah, this, like, is, like, I am very surprised by this. La Mulana has 206 hours. I don't feel like I've played that game for that much. That is a little wild to me. I, like, wiped it from my memory or something. Well, yeah, I mean, so for comparison, La Mulana 2 I have 87 hours on record, and we did the same thing. And honestly, La Mulana 2, we made way more detailed crap. There's so much more information in that game, I feel like, that we needlessly recorded. So I don't know where all these hours in La Mulana 1 came from. I guess we did some randomizers, like, a couple times. I mean, I have all the achievements, so there's that. It must have been those replays for getting the Chivos. Which just took, like, way longer than I remember. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it took more than, like, a day, though. It's not more than, like, you know, 20 hours. In no way. But, I don't know. I never did go back and play the La Mulana 2, like, DLC. I kinda don't plan to, but maybe one of these days. I don't really know what to expect from it. I don't remember the game at all. I feel like I just have to replay the whole thing. So... whatever. But yeah, okay, so between La Mulana and La Mulana 2, I have the witness. It's got 128 hours, so 120 hours was a very close guess. I don't know how many times I've played that game. Too many. Like, that's a game in which the playtime really does come from replays and not from, like, just super long, like, playthroughs. I mean, I think my first playthrough was, like, 30 hours or something like that. and subsequently they're obviously shorter, so I've just played the game like 8 times or something. I mean, I didn't even stream this, but when I like got this new computer back in May or whenever it was, that was like that was the first thing I booted up. After like Steam was installed and stuff, I was just like, all right, let's play The Witness without a laggy computer. Just like rush through the game. And then yeah, after La Mulana 2, which was 87 hours, it all kind of like peters off. But Monsters Expedition actually is next with 62 hours. That was another one I didn't stream. I replayed the game, and I didn't stream that. And the time that I replayed the game, I 100%ed. Because when I first played through the game, I very much did not. There was a lot of puzzles I didn't solve. And it was a game that I feel like was much better played in like small like chunks or whatever. Like I would solve like a puzzle a day or whatever while like watching a stream or something. And it would take, you know, like 2 hours to solve a single puzzle. Like, puzzles in that game were nuts hard once you got into the super secret ones. It was a good game. I actually really liked the puzzles in that game. Upon replay, I realized, like, how good that game actually is. Contraption Maker, 61 hours, apparently another puzzle game. Steven Sausage Roll, after that I have 45 hours, and... So yeah, I mean, there's your comparison. I have 62 hours in Monsters Expedition, which I've played twice. I have 45 hours in Steven's Sausage Roll, which I think I've played at least 3 times. So... Update your puzzle difficulty tier list. Monsters Expedition's up there. It really is. Tunic, 45 hours. Evil Land 2, I have 32 hours. Recursed is 30 hours. Full Bore is 27 hours. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 has 25 hours. Dance of Fire and Ice has 22 hours. I really play it for that long. That has new songs, apparently. I saw that, like, last time I booted Steam. Just like, oh, this is an update. Oh, hey, there's new stuff. Considered, but then I was like, oh god, I'm way too rusty. Did I ever play Monsters Sanctuary? I don't know what that is, so no. Apparently not. Is that like a sequel? Or is this something completely different? That's a completely different game. Gotcha. Let's see. Monster Sanctuary. Spelled wrong. This looks completely unfamiliar. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's on the Switch. And Steam. Cool. I don't know nothing about it still, because I'm like just scrolling Google instead of like actually clicking links, but... Neat. Where were we? Dance of Fire and Ice was 22 hours, okay, and then it's like more so many puzzle games. Braid, 21 hours, Cosmic Expressive, 21 hours. Stories of Bethem, I've got almost 20 hours. Shadowgate is 19 hours. How do we only play that game for 19 hours? Okay. Okay. Like, looking at, like, the fact that I have 87 hours in La Mulana 2 and only 19 in Shadowgate, like, I feel like we we didn't try hard enough. Sad. Oh, here's an interesting one. I didn't stream this game at all. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, in some ways. There's a game called Starseed Pilgrim, which I have 18 hours on record. Yeah. That's an interesting game. Don't look up anything about it, just play it. It's the kind of game where you just have to, like... You just do it, and it's interesting. And, like, the more outside, like... I feel like if I was streaming the game, I would have taken a different approach to it, and it would have ruined the game for me. I don't know. It's really hard to describe how that makes any sense unless you've played it, but... I'm not saying anymore. QP shooting dangerous. 18 hours. Did you guys know I played this game? It's like a 5-stage shmup. I played it for 18 hours. We got 18 hours in Blossom Tales. I think I played that twice, right? 17 hours in Snakebird. That's a hard game. Skyborn is 15 hours. I streamed that. Cypher is 15 hours. We streamed that. Blossom Tales 2 is apparently 14 hours. Long Live the Queen is 13.5 hours. I'm like kind of skipping around now, but... Taiji's 12 hours. Reverse Reverse was 12. Really? Did I play that game for 12 hours? Holy smokes. I never even finished that, really. Was Long Live the Queen one stream? I don't think so. I don't think I did a 13.5 hour stream of that game. Looks like Fez took me 11 hours. Fidel Dungeon Rescue was 10 hours. Pipe Push Paradise was 10 hours. Rhyme was 7 hours. That was an interesting game. Red's Kingdom was 7 hours. You guys remember this game? I streamed it. You were like a squirrel, I think this is a squirrel. And every move you took, you like roll until you hit a wall. Like, it was basically, you know, like slide ice puzzles. That was the gimmick for the entire game. And it was like an exploration game, kinda. Like puzzle exploration game. It was cute, it was fun. It was good. I mean, there was like more gimmicks and stuff, you know, there's like switches and like ramps, and it had dimensionality to it, and it's kind of cool, but... Yeah, now we're starting to get into the things that, like, I, like, played and didn't really, like, finish. Space Chem is on here, that was 7 hours. Obviously, you can play that game for way longer, but I think I only played it once and just never came back to it. Not because I thought it was bad, but because... I don't know, something came up and I ended up, like, doing something else. It was one of those kinds of games. One-Way Heroics. That was an interesting game. I feel like that's a game that you could put, like, a lot of time into before you, like, even start to figure out how the game plays. Lie Eat was like 6 hours. That was a cute game. Anodyne I have like 6 hours. I think I've completely finished that game. Campfire and Cooking, another puzzle game, 6 hours. Evil Land, apparently only 5.5 hours. Antechamber was only 5.5 hours. I don't think I 100%ed that game, though. I'm pretty sure I just played it from start of the game knowing nothing to finishing the game still knowing nothing. You ended up getting One Way Heroics. Did you, like, get deep into it? Or did you just, like, kind of screw around in it for, like, a little bit like I did? Like, it was a game that seemed like it had things that could be interesting about it, but I, like, felt like I needed to play a lot more before I would start appreciating it. I don't know. I mean, it's true of a lot of roguelikes. I just don't play many roguelikes, I guess. And not because I don't like them, but because I know they're gonna take a lot of time. I don't know, I feel like I would probably enjoy roguelikes. I would probably have a more enjoyable experience of like roguelikes if I like played them with someone else. Because then you kind of have like two parallel experiences, you can like share information and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, but I wish I had discovered this thing on my own sometimes, you know? So it's like hard to... Hard to say. I've had this, like, dream of a game that I will never make, but... Basically, the idea is that it's an MMO, but it's a roguelike. And there's like a world that gets generated, and all these new players get dropped in it, and there's like some monster or something that's like destroying the planet. And eventually, this big bad boss guy is gonna just kill the world, and when it dies, it's over. And you start a new game. But you are like, you know, have good players and you can figure out all the everything. You can take on this super god boss character and like save the world or whatever. And then you win and start a new game. But who hecking knows how that would work? Still just scrolling these games. There's a lot of games here I forgot even existed. 200% Mixed Juice, I played through that game. It was like a 5-hour game. Sokoban, another puzzle game, is 5 hours. Inside, like 4.5 hours. Trials of Azra, another puzzle game, is 4.5 hours. Good Snowman's hard to build, 4 hours. Puzzle Agent is like 4 hours. Portal, I have 3.5 hours. I'm actually kind of surprised it took me 3.5 hours to beat Portal. I've played it like a couple times before. Maybe I was going for like some of the trophies or whatever. Puzzle Agent 1. VVVV, I have 3.5 hours. Aries Action, that was a goofy game. 3.5 hours in that one. Sword and Sorcery, that was an interesting game. Point and click adventure. Somehow, I have the same amount of time in that as I do in Pajama Sam 1. Amazing. I blame the minecart snake minigame. Momodora? Wait, where's Momodora 4? This is Momodora 3. I have 3 hours in. Surely I have more hours in 4 than 3. Did I scroll past it? No. Wait, what? I don't see it. Why? Wait, I don't have... What? Momodora... Oh, because it's not called Momodora 4. Yeah, okay. I have like 13 hours, 12 and a half hours. That definitely would explain it. Pretty empty Steam library, if we're being honest. I mean, actually, I have like about 5 times as many games that I've never downloaded and played as games that I have. So there's that. Well, okay, no. Me looking at my library and saying that right now is garbage because I haven't, like, reinstalled all the games I've played on this computer, so I don't really know, but... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like... Isn't that everybody? I don't know, I feel like that didn't used to be me. It's like just Steam. And I'm like reminded of Evil Land 2. I actually really liked that game. I think there were parts of it that were way too long, but overall, it's a good game. All the game cards, heck yeah. I'm pretty sure the card game in Evil Land 2 is better than the card game in Final Fantasy VIII. That reminds me... I still haven't played Final Fantasy X. And that is on the Switch. I wonder if that's like on sale for the holidays or something. I don't know if Tester would want to play with me, though. Well, I guess we have the Switch open. We can check. Because I think the test runner, like, kind of has seen a lot of Final Fantasy X. Like, he basically knows the game already. Although I think that was also the case for some of the other ones, but just not quite to the same extent. Whereas I know literally nothing about any of the Final Fantasy games that I haven't played. I like never watch them. He's like seen speedruns and stuff, you know? Wait, Tactics Ogre. What? That's not. What is the name of the. Is that the game that. I went by it. Thanks. Where? Is it like. This is. Wait, no, this is 12. No, this isn't even like real. What am I looking for? Oh! Yeah, okay, I see. Well, it's not on sale. Sure, whatever. Can forget about it this way. What? What is Tactics Ogre? Is this the game that I think it is? Is this like a remake of an older game? This looks like what I'm thinking of. Isn't this game like a god game? Isn't this like actually amazing? This is what I've heard. I mean, it looks like it plays like, you know, Luminous Arc. I'm the weird one for like always comparing this to Luminous Arc and not Final Fantasy Tactics, but I mean, Triangle Strategy, right? Most recently, it's like basically the same. I mean, Soul Glow also played like this. I mean, I'm not really looking for games to play right now. I don't know why I'm like doing this, but let's leave the shop while we still have our sanity. I think I closed. There we go. Well, I'll mention Final Fantasy to testers sometime, but like I said, we've got Little Gator Game coming up. I don't know if I'll stream anything tomorrow. When is Little Gator officially released? December 14th. That would be Wednesday. I don't know, since it's an indie game, if it'll be like midnight or... Hold on. Pop. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll play anything tomorrow, because I only have tomorrow before this next game comes out, but... Little Gator Game. So... One other thing, I think I mentioned this the other day, but I'll tell the story again. So the Wii U and the 3DS shops die in like March or whatever, right? But they've already stopped being able to allow you to add funds. So you like can't add money to the shop, which means you can't buy stuff if you don't already have money. But what you can do is you can link your Nintendo ID, which is like the account for 3DS and Wii U, to your Nintendo account, which is like the new Switch one. And you can add money onto your Switch, sync them, and then you have that money on the Wii U and the 3DS, which is how I bought Wind Waker HD. While I was there, I was like, okay, which games should I like just get before this shop just dies? And so I don't know if I'm gonna play this game, but I never have, and I own it now. I got Metroid Prime Hunters on the Wii U. I actually know nothing about that game, but I own it now. And on the 3DS, I downloaded Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, which I also have never played. But again, I can't stream 3DS, I keep saying this, so I didn't even mention it earlier. I saw Xenoblade, and I was like, I haven't played any of the Xenoblade games, and they keep, like, releasing them, so I feel like I'm not, like, scared for my life that I'll never be able to play it if, like, I really want to one of these days. Maybe it'll be some other way. I mean, I don't know if, like, the game had mechanics that, like, only make sense on the Wii U or whatever, but Xenoblade is likely a series I'll, like, never play, to be honest. And, as usual, not because I think I wouldn't like it, but because I think it would just take too much time. It's like, this point, with, like, what, 3 games, it's probably, like, you know, 500 hours or something just to get through what exists. Supposedly. I'd rather spend that time replaying Etrian Odyssey. I'd rather spend that time sitting here listening to Mario music talking about playing games instead of actually playing games. I mean, these past couple of weeks I've been spending most of my free time watching anime, but I tried to catch up on last season and this season, because last season was, like, killed by RuneScape, and this season was killed by Pokemon, but I'm, like, actually more or less up to date. Just amazing. I don't know what's gonna happen next season, but the problem is I, like, kind of need to start watching anime without subtitles. And once I start doing that, it's gonna be like, ah yes, this takes 3 times as long now. Did I stop? Yeah, I got Quest Cape and I just, like, quit that day. Well, I don't think it makes it hard. I think it just makes it take longer. Like, I have the Japanese subtitles, so I'm, like, still, like, getting through it just fine. It's just, like, There's, like, two modes, right? There's, like, the mode where you just absorb, and whatever happens, happens. And there's the mode where you stop and understand everything. And I think they're both important. Especially if you, like, go through and understand everything, and then, like, re-watch it later, like, just let it flow. Because the more you understand something, the better of input it is, right? Which is why, like, generally what I've been doing, I mean, for the past, like, year or whatever, is I've had streams up of Japanese streamers, like, playing games that I've played before, like Zelda, and, like, Mario RPGs and stuff. And it's just like, I can just listen and absorb, and that's great, but at the same time, I think that I also did, like, some, you know, just proper, like, learning grammar. Like, I did an app or whatever, that textbook, if you want to call it that. And going through that, like, made all the listening, like, 100 times better. Because it's like, oh yeah, I can pick up all these things that I've learned, and then I can, like, sort that into actually using it. Slideshow's getting old, yeah, sure. I don't know, I feel like it's, like, kind of hard to know what the right balance is. But I also think that doing, like, you know, either way is still good. And I also think that, like, worrying about optimizing for efficiency and, like, language learning is, like, already just a waste of time. So it's like, do what you think is gonna be good, and as long as you're, like, actually doing it, you know. As long as you're doing it, that's, like, the most important thing. And obviously there's things like, you know, kanji or whatever that you, like, kind of have to study. To some extent. I mean, I feel like most of the kanji that I've, like, really picked up, like, you know, oh, I see this, I just, like, instantly know it without, like, having to think about it. There have been ones that I've just, like, you know, seen 1,000 times, but there's also, like, a lot of them where I'm like, oh, thank God I, like, know a mnemonic for this or whatever, because otherwise this, like, would make no sense. Although I, like, honestly know, like, 2 mnemonics. I, like, did not learn them that way. Or I stopped learning them that way. It's just stare and memorize, and if you don't, you don't. I don't know, I'm, like, pretty bad at kanji, to be honest. After nearly a year, I'm at, like, I don't know, like, 2/3 accuracy or something like that on the top, like, 1700 kanji or whatever it is. And that's, like, in isolation, so it's not even, like, necessarily, like, everything you need to know about the kanji, obviously. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's definitely, like, when you see things in a sentence and you know, like, which part of grammar it's gotta be, it narrows things down a lot. So, I'm, like, not worried about kanji. I just need to read a lot. And I feel like watching anime with subtitles is a good way, with Japanese subtitles is a good way to do that. But you have to, like, actually stop and read them if that's what you want to get out of that. And that's part of what I think makes it take longer. It's like, I definitely can't read at the same speed they're speaking, so... I watched the first episode of, I want to keep calling it Air Blue, that's the name of the group. Q was the anime. I watched the first episode of that with just Japanese subtitles. That anime is about voice acting. And the first episode, like, introduces you to, like, all these new voice actresses who are, like, in this new group of newbie voice actresses, and they're gonna, like, you know, learn to voice act or whatever. That's, like, the plot. And everything's, like, going fine, everything's good. And then they, like, do... like, you know, surprise exercise. You guys are gonna have to, like, read the script here and act it out or whatever. And it's hecking Hamlet. And I was just like, oh god, Shakespeare in Japanese. Yeah. So that was interesting, to say the least. To be or not to be? That is the question. Also, get thee to a nunnery, or whatever the phrase is. Spoken with way too much enthusiasm. But yeah, no, I have other like things that I mainly do reading on. Which are, you know, just reading. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? I can't think of Romeo and Juliet, like that scene. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo, or whatever, without thinking of, some, like, really bad old Flash animation. I think I showed, well, obviously not on stream, but some of you guys, I showed, How to Kill a Mockingbird at some point. Maybe it was just test run, I don't remember. But that is a pretty legendary Flash animation. But there's another one, which I remember from my youth, which honestly, I don't know if I can recommend, but it's called The Demented Cartoon Movie. And there's a scene in there that has, like, Romeo and Juliet. It's like a parody of the Romeo and Juliet scene. If you ever want to, like, kill a really weird half an hour of your life, you could watch the Demented Cartoon Movie. I don't know where you can find it. It's probably on YouTube, but there's a Flash animation. Like, I kind of want to rewatch it, actually, but... There are some pretty, like, quotable things from that. I mean, basically, what it is I I almost have to describe it as like a series of like kind of generally unrelated like sketches or skits or whatever you want to call them. It's all stick figure flash animation. Low, I can't even say low budget because I'm obviously there's no budget, but low effort for the most part. But intentionally so, obviously, because it just makes it look bad, and that's like part of the joke. But there's like a couple like running jokes that like that thread the whole thing together, and there's also just a few scenes that are like, oh yeah, I could quote this for the rest of my life, and I probably do without even like realizing it. It's kind of like, oh god, what was it called? The Rejected cartoons? That one's probably more well known. My Spoon is Too Big. Surely you've seen My Spoon is Too Big in your life, maybe. You are watching the Family Learning Channel. Yeah. Rejected cartoons. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's basically this kind of the same thing. It's like the plot, if you will, is that each of the skits or sketches or whatever is like a short animation. Again, usually with like stick figures or like single line characters or whatever. They like little cloud characters, some of them. That the plot, the lore or whatever, is that these cartoons were made to be like short advertisements or I don't know what for the Family Learning Channel, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure that the whole thing is just made up, but none of them would have ever made it on a family channel because a lot of it is either way too random, way too meaningless, or way too not family friendly. So yeah. Is it the Silly Hats Club or whatever? The guy comes in with like the normal hat and everyone's wearing the silly hats and they just like start beating the crap out of him. Or the one where the baby like starts walking for the first time and then ends up falling down the stairs. It's so bad. The stairs are like infinite. It just keeps falling. Numerous of them are like conversations between like two characters and they're like completely not like actually talking to each other. They're just basically saying random things. I don't know. My memory's kind of bad, but the end of it, of course, is like a whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. If you've seen Rejected cartoons, Demented Cartoon Movie kind of resembles that, but it's different. In some ways, it's like not as incoherent, but in other ways, it's like also like way more random. Like the things that they came up with for this. It's also longer, way longer. When would I have first watched this thing? It's like, it's been so long. I would have been in like I don't know, 6th or 7th grade or something. How old is a 7th grader? I don't even know. What does the math come out to? Like 12? 13? I mean, this was like a little bit later in life, but... And this is... I don't know if it's dead, or if I just, like... Or if the term is dead, or if, like, I just don't see these things anymore, but... I actually used to watch, like, way too many of the YouTube poops. That was a genre that I definitely... Genre, whatever you want to call it, that I definitely watched way too much of when I was, like, in high school or whatever. And that definitely quote those still all the time. I mean... the one that I definitely say all the time, and it's like, it feels weird to say it when there's not a context where it's like worth saying, but goodbye! That thing that I say all the dang time, that's from a YouTube poop. I don't even remember which one, I just am sure that it is. And, like, a lot of those are, like, gone now. It's, like, actually kind of depressing. Because, well, first of all, like, a lot of them were, you know, quite inappropriate, so a lot of them just got, like, removed for that reason alone. But I don't know, if, like, other ones, like, the users got banned because I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, the Zelda ones and the Mario ones were the popular ones, but it, like, went way deeper than that. And I definitely can't really claim to be, like, you know, the YouTube poop expert or whatever. But I did watch quite a bit, and it wasn't exactly for, like, a long period of time, but there was a period of time where I just, like, that's all I watched. Depressing. Like, this was, like, before, like, the term meme was a thing, I feel like. Those were, like, the memes of the day. I mean, the word meme obviously existed, but using it, like, in popular internet culture, it was still, like, before those times. But they were definitely what you would call a meme these days. Taken quite to the extreme. Yeah. Haunted house. I mean, there were some good ones, though. Like, most of them were just garbage, but that was the point. But still, like, it's like, do you really want to watch it if it's bad on purpose just because it's bad on purpose? But some of them were genuinely hilarious. I remember there was, like, a series, there was, like, a Pokemon one. And I think they redid, like, all the the Pokédex lines. So, like, the Pokédex is, like, talking to Ash or whatever a lot in the first, like, season. And they just, like, redid all the lines to, like, mock Ash, basically. And somehow the way that they put it together with, like, Ash's lines out of context and out of order with this Pokédex that wasn't saying things that were even actually in the show to begin with was, brilliant, to say the least. I also feel like a lot of those make more sense if you know the context of the original show, which most of them, like, no one really did. Because, like, who watched the Mario show? Like, some people did, but, like, did all the people that were making these YouTube poops or all the people that were watching these YouTube poops? Probably not. They may have gone and watched them afterwards and then been disappointed because, I mean, there's probably some good episodes, but, I mean, it's not, like, the most entertaining thing in the world. How many people went out and played the Zelda CDI games? Like... Actually, though, this was a long time ago now, but... And I have no idea why we decided to do this, but Testrunner and I, we actually watched through the Zelda cartoon. Like, most of it. In a single sitting. We just sat down and, like, watched, like, a lot of episodes. Together. For, like, no reason. It was super random. I don't know why we decided to do it. And, the thing I remember the most about that was there were a few, like, pretty good puns, actually. Like, some of the writing was fairly clever. If, you know, not cheesy, but... I also remember the Witch of Walls. I don't know why this character stuck with me, but the Witch of Walls was such a weird thing that existed. And I just, like, remember the Witch of Walls. If you just Google Witch of Walls, it's like the first thing that comes up is the character from the Legend of Zelda TV series. This character wasn't important, by the way. They were in a single episode. They spoke to Link, like, once or twice to tell him what to do on his quest for that episode. Or whatever. Never to be heard from again. For some reason, it was just a very memorable character to me. Didn't even break the fourth wall. Didn't even break the fourth wall. Ah, I'm remembering one now. It just came to me. There's an episode where... I don't remember how this happens. I don't know if, like, you know, someone, like, left the toilet running or something, but the entire, like, castle, Hyrule Castle, like, gets flooded. There's just water everywhere. I don't remember if this was, like, a monster's, like, doing, or if it was, like, Link's fault or something like that. And for no reason at all, after this is happening... And I definitely can't tell this in a way that'll actually make you guys laugh, but Link says something to the effect of, well, that's what you call a royal flush. And that was the joke. And it got me laughing. Enough that I remember it still, so... God. That reminds me also of... Oh, jeez. Jeez. So I saw a clip earlier today of some VTuber who was like just laughing at nothing, like really hard. It wasn't like completely nothing, but it was basically nothing. And it was like, to the point where like she, couldn't breathe and was like she's like, "Oh my god, I'm going to throw up." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is like the laughter that like happens sometimes." I feel like I've only laughed like that hard well, a couple times in my life, but I only distinctly remember two of them. One of them was watching the FOE clip with LP Zelda Gamer way back in the day. We were watching I think it was just Nichijou. Pretty sure it was just the clip from Nichijou with the deer, and it was like we just watched that and we were losing our minds. Just completely lost it. And like Tester was in the call, and he's like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "No, we're not okay. This is too funny." So Nichijou got me good. Nichijou got me good. But the other the other time, and this like kind of relates back to YouTube poop, and I wish I could remember what it's called. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, okay. Oh god, I can't even look at these thumbnails. I'm gonna lose it. Love Live Sunshine, but the budget is $2. Do not look these up. Just don't do it. There's like a sequence of 3 episodes. If you haven't seen Love Live Sunshine, it won't be funny, so definitely don't look it up. And if you have, it probably still won't be funny, but it really is. I want to rewatch it because I want to like remember why it was so funny, but I'm like scared too. Like I feel like it's a dangerous proposition to rewatch these. But, like, actually, seriously, hands down, in memory, is the funniest thing I've ever watched. And it's very possibly, very contextually, very mood-based or whatever, but... it's so funny. It was funny. I don't know if it is funny. I definitely completely lost it. How do I even find them? I don't know. Everyone seems to think that YouTube recommendations suck. I think YouTube recommendations are pretty good. I get the good stuff on my YouTube recommendations. Yeah, I have no idea how I found that. I mean, I was probably looking up, Love Live Sunshine music and whatever. It's Love Live Sunshine. But the budget's only $2.
I'm just like thinking of random jokes from that I still remember, and I'm like refusing to repeat them out loud. I'm just sitting here laughing to myself. God. Anyway. 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 I don't know. I feel like I don't like watch good stuff like this anymore. No more bad Flash animations. That age is long gone. YouTube poop, that age is long gone. Even just like the stupid stuff from recent years. Like, what was it? What was popular, like, well, now it's, even now, this is like quite some years back, but it was, well, I guess like Vines, right? Because Vines were like anime Vines or whatever, were basic, what do they call them? Anime cracks, I think? It was like basically YouTube poop, but it was in a Vine, so it was like, I don't know, the same thing, but they call it something different. Alright, I've never had Vine. I never, like, sat down and watched Vines, but there was a week or so where YouTube was recommending me people reacting to anime cracks, and I probably watched one too many of those. Because why watch something when you could watch someone reacting to something? And I mean, those are hit or miss, obviously, but I mean, I don't know, they're like not really, I think, supposed to be funny as much as they are just supposed to be like random, which I guess maybe is supposed to be funny, but I mean, sometimes they're like, you know, basically just super short AMVs and not really supposed to be like a joke. They're just supposed to be like cool or whatever. But I mean, it's another thing where it's like, so that reminds me actually. Do you guys remember, or did you ever see this thing called AMV Hell? This was also super old, but they were like basically a collection of short AMVs, I guess. But a lot of them weren't really like normal AMVs where it's like supposed to be like cool or emotional or whatever. They were supposed to be like funny. And they were short. So it would be like, you know, some song that's like absolutely not fitting the thing that's playing on screen in some ways, but like absolutely fitting in like all the wrong ways. Or some audio clip from some like old like 80s sitcom put to anime, and it's just like, why does this work? But no, AMV Hell 1 and 2 were like both kind of short, and then AMV Hell 3 was like a whole movie. It was like an hour and a half or an hour or something like that. It was like a legendary piece of art. That's probably on YouTube these days. Oh, it doesn't seem like the full thing is here. That's crazy. There's like clips of it. There's the best of. But I'm not seeing like the genuine article. That's insane. And there's more now. It goes way past 3. I have no idea. I think probably saw 4 at some point, but I don't really remember anything from it. But this is like, this is back when it was like Haruhi and Lucky Star and Azumanga and Death Note, like those were the like Full Metal Alchemist. That was the days. These are the kinds of AMVs we're talking about. Evangelion was super popular in here. But it would be like, you know, some like Evangelion clip with like hecking like South Park audio or something like that. And it would just be like, wait, how the heck did you put these two things together and why does it work? And it's just that for like an hour and a half. Like, just various creative things. All, like, I think it was like a compilation of like a ton of different creators and... I don't know. But I definitely watched the first couple, like, a lot of times. Like, you know, with my brother, with my cousins, on my own. With my friends. Like, it was the kind of thing where it was just like, oh, you haven't seen this? Let me show it to you. And so I, like, watch it with another person. You know? I ended up watching it, like, a ton of times. I probably can't remember any of it. I bet if I, like, watched it again, it would, like, memories would come rushing back, though. I wish I could just find the whole thing proper, but... I guess watching clips of it would still be somewhat sufficient. Unclear. I had a point to make with this, though. Oh yeah, the point was that a lot of these things are, like, funnier if not only you know the anime, but also you know, like, the audio clip. This is basically the same as true as with the anime cracks. I feel like back then, I knew neither. I didn't really know the anime, and I definitely didn't know the audio. I feel like if I rewatched these things, like, I would probably know all the anime. And I would probably still not know the audio, but... I don't know. It's an interesting creative art that I feel like has gone a bit by the wayside. Especially because of, like, you know, copyright or whatever, and you're, like, getting double owned because you're getting owned by the audio because you're playing, like, Linkin Park or whatever, and you're getting owned by the video because it's anime. And so, like, this stuff doesn't, like, work on YouTube anymore. I don't actually know if you would get copyright strikes for Linkin Park. I assume so. I'm just picking, you know, the common... Oh, speaking of... I think it was... AMV Health 3, there's like a credits sequence that like lists all the creators and the animes that and the audio that was used or whatever. And the song that's playing during that is Country Roads, West Virginia. And that's where I know that song from. Is from the credits of AMV Health 3. Unless it was 4. It was one of those two. It's pretty sad, I know. Like, I can't know, like, English music from, what, like, the radio or, I don't know, my childhood. Yeah, it's in a couple anime, actually. I should know this. I should know which it is, but I don't. But it comes up in AMQ from time to time. Anime music quiz. So yeah, that credits choice was more relevant than I actually ever even knew. which is interesting. Yoshi go around. I mean, that sounds right, Swords, but I'd need to enter it into the AMQ box and see it. I don't really know it, but isn't Cannon Busters kind of like a Western? Cannon Busters. It's like more steampunk, though, I think. No, maybe I'm totally wrong. Yeah, I don't think I have the right impression of this anime at all. Well, whatever. God. I, like, want to rewatch all this crap now. Go through, like, a wave of nostalgia. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. During work today, I did something I haven't done in a very long time, and I listened through a soundtrack to something. I don't usually do that. I usually just listen to, you know, random anime music. Was it the soundtrack for Dot Hack Roots? And that was, like, unlocking memories of the past. Still, like, depressed that I can't play the original Dot Hack quadrilogy. That's another thing. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, like if they dropped, like today, if they dropped like Four Swords Adventures on the Switch, I would like, you know, just I would play it for sure. If they drop Dot Hack quadrilogy on like Steam or whatever, I would play that in a heartbeat. If they drop both of those those on the same day, I would play Dot Hack instead of Zelda. Like, actually. Because, I know I've mentioned this before, but, so the story goes that my friend in, like, grade school and high school, we went to the same grade school, but not the same high school, so we kind of didn't hang out quite as much in high school, but his brother, I guess, owned the Dot Hack quadrilogy. And I don't have a PlayStation. I've never had a PlayStation of any kind. But God, how did this happen? I'm like trying to figure out how I played these games. I think either I played them over at my friend's house or I borrowed the PlayStation somehow. But either way, I couldn't finish them. I got to the start of the third game, and basically I had to stop playing. And I could never finish them. And so those games aren't like amazing gameplay-wise, I'll be honest. And story-wise, they're also like confusing at best. But I think that's like kind of the point. And so I'm like still not sure if like the story is confusing because it's like poorly written, or if the story is confusing because I haven't finished the game, you know? And there's just this like part of me that's like never finished this story. And I'm like, I don't want to look it up because I want to play it proper. And also I feel like, I don't know, I'd be missing out on part of it by like not doing it myself because I don't know, you can't really just watch the cutscenes, I feel like. There's just this, like, gap in my soul that is the unfinished story of .hack. And honestly, part of me believes that even if I finished the games, it would still just be a confusing mess, but at least it would be a finished confusing mess. And it's like especially awkward because, well, okay, there's multiple reasons it's especially awkward. First of all, the anime, it's .hack Sign, which I have watched. That also makes absolutely no sense if you haven't played the game. At least the ending doesn't. Because I think what's supposedly supposed to happen is, like, at the end of the anime, everything just kind of magically gets resolved, and supposedly the reason is because the main characters in the game, like, did the thing that resolves everything. I guess. I don't know. Because the game and the anime take place, like, concurrently. And they do have, like, crossovers, actually. And so that's like a, I mean, I don't really remember Sign very well, but that's like a confusion. But then on top of that, what's especially like annoying is that .hack GU Trilogy is released on Steam. And I was like, oh, man, maybe I'll just play these someday, because those are like a sequel to Roots. I think it's a sequel. Yeah, I think they come after .hack Roots, which I also don't really remember. And .hack Roots also gets really confusing by the end, I think. But I feel like if I played through GU, it would be fine, and all the story is like more or less self-contained, and I would be able to understand it. But it just feels like wrong to do it before the first ones, so I'm like blocked, you know. I mean, I feel like the main character in .hack Roots and GU is like got a kind of interesting like story in terms of just like how things come to be in the games. Because it involves stuff that you kind of have to know from the original games. Like how he ends up the way he does. Like, trying to be as spoiler-free as possible. Basically, this guy is, like, super strong in the anime. He's, like, bonkers strong. Like, the strongest character in the game, basically. But he gets, like, destroyed by, you know, some, like, data hacking magic or whatever. And that's how you end up, like, being level 1 at the start of the games. But the whole thing about, like, the data hacking magic and who does that or what does that and all this stuff is, like, very much relevant to the original, like, series. So yeah, I don't know. And I think that, like, that threat, if you will, is kind of what... Well, this is just a guess, actually, but I think that that is, like, what drives the plot of the games, more or less. And I think that some of the stuff in the trilogy kind of references stuff in the quadrilogy as well. Like, the bosses, I think, kind of come back. Dude, the bosses in .hack are so interesting. Hacking... The, like, introduction to the bosses is, like, this psychedelic trip down, like, the time-traveling corridors of Chrono Trigger into, like, the seas of LSD. I don't even know how to describe it. It's, like, the weirdest thing ever. And it's, like... It really sets a mood. The bosses in those games are, like, crazy. I don't know. It's a game that has, like, you know, the glitch aesthetic or whatever, and it's, like, pretty old, so it's not, like, crazy, but I still think that it, like, it definitely has that mood. Where you've, like, you know, you've, like, hacked into this dungeon or whatever, and you're, like, in this place that you're, like, it's, like, you know, like, beta content or, like, unfinished content or content that's supposed to be good but, like, broke for one reason or another, and it just, like, really feels like you're not supposed to be here, you know? It's like, this is... It's, like, almost got that, like, horror game, like, vibe to it, but not quite. I don't know. It's like, it's a feeling I definitely don't feel like I've had in other games before. And I think it probably exists in other games. I don't really play many games of that genre, but I don't know. It's interesting. And it's probably not aged well, but I want to play it. I really do. I wonder if these piranha plants are telling me something. It is about that time. I feel like I could go on for hours, probably, because I don't really just sit around talking very much these days. The song isn't helping. Well... Yeah. I don't know how we got anywhere in this conversation. I feel like I was trying to, like, have things to say and ended up not getting anywhere, but it's okay. Dot hack. Yeah. I may spend tomorrow just, you know, trying to rewatch some of this garbage from my past instead of streaming. And then Wednesday, hopefully we can play a little Gator game. And I don't know how long that's gonna be, but... What made me get on this game? The radio. I knew that the title screen here just played music for you, so I figured that was better than nothing. I mean, we could have gone to the actual soundtracks, but I feel like the shuffle is fine. If you watch Dot Hack, it will not make sense, that is correct. I mean, it'll make sense for most of it, but it won't make complete sense. I mean, Legend of the Twilight Bracelet is kind of self-contained, although even that, the ending makes no sense. I mean, it's, like, fine, but... I don't know. There's also, like... Well, and I don't know if this is, like, would even be fixed now, because I'm not sure where these anime have been released, but part of me wants to believe that some amount of incoherence in, like, let's say, roots or whatever, could possibly, and this is pure speculation, not by memory, could possibly have been due to just bad translation. Because, you know, those were the days where the subs were... How does the phrase go? The points didn't matter. Someone wanted to sub it, it got subbed whether it was good or not. But I wasn't really into the scene those days. I didn't like really understand like, oh, there's people subbing these. I don't know. I just assumed that the anime was like the way it was or something. I don't know. I was a stupid kid that didn't like think about like, ah, yes, there's like different people that did the voice acting and did the drawings and did the subtitles and did the everything. I was just like, oh, anime, watch, fun, woo! I didn't think about what's behind it, you know? So... Many a sub by people with a dictionary and a dream. We need to find that copy pasta that Cosmoing read to us once, because that was legendary. Did he post it in Discord? I don't know if he did or not. But yeah, that, basically. Alright, well... The thing that's gonna do me in is that I have to pee really bad, and I think that means I should just cut stream instead of going to the bathroom and then coming back and trying to talk more. I'm like dying over here, so... I will see you guys another day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Zatsu, as they call this in the biz. Alright, until next time, peace.